Coming up shortly, Hawthorn and St Kilda, but first of all, let's go up to the sporting offices of the Sunday Press, and once again, it's a very good evening to their sports editor, Scot Palmer.
Good evening, Peter. Welcome, viewers, to the Sunday Press. It would not be fibbing to say that all hell has broken loose at Princes Park tonight. The injury to Alex Marcoux, he has a fractured jaw, has prompted David Parkin to come out in support of his player, who he claims is a league target. He gets no protection at all, said Parkin. He pointed out that other players in the Blues side were carrying facial injuries tonight. His player, Spiro Korkamilis, was reported for allegedly attempting to kick a Richmond player in Matthew Wall, and Parkin called that frivolous, and that means a fine, I should imagine. In the Richmond rooms, Mike Patterson was loudly shouting and told the press he had more important things to do than talk to it. Mike Roach, who was dropped for this match, denied he was leaving the Tigers and said it was the worst he'd seen Richmond play ever. Zantuck's fiery, I'm fiery, that's what happened. Ron Barassi was talking about the three-quarter time incident in which he clashed with his player, Shane Zantuck. There will be no disciplinary action taken, said Barassi. The Melbourne coach said his job now was to guard against a slide, but he said the conditions were against the Demons today. Chris Connolly was reported by both field umpires for striking Paul Vanderhaar out there at VFL Park. Kevin Sheedy said again that the Bombers were a better side than last year. We're on target for another shot at the premiership. St Kilda suffered a loss today. Big Max Crow ruptured his clavicular joint in the shoulder and will have surgery tomorrow. He'll miss the rest of the year. Coach Tony Gill said Hawthorn destroyed the Saints today and proved why they were the best side in the competition. But he was pleased with the way the Saints criticised each other for mistakes. It showed they cared about losing. Hawthorn suffered no injuries, and Alan Jeans was pleased at keeping St Kilda to its lowest score ever against Hawthorn. The previous lowest was 5-5 in 1959. North officials were stunned that Ross Glendinning, their Brownlow medalist, was reported for striking Geelong's Bernard Toohey at the MCG. It's the first time in his career that Glendinning has been reported. Coach Barry Cable said it was the fourth match in a row that North was in a winning position but blew it. It could have been the pressure, it could have been that some players weren't good enough, it could have been inexperience, said Cable. We'll just have to work that one out. Geelong's Tom Hapey said Geelong is learning to fight, and he was pleased with his rovers like Bures and Bruns today, and particularly Brian Peake, who picked up 25 kicks. We're in the 5, and that's our aim. But don't ask me what will happen in 8 weeks' time. That was the word of Mickey Malthouse at Footscray tonight. We've got a team of goers, the conditions suited us today, and we're proud. Fitzroy, of course, is shattered, but Robbie Wall said he wasn't thinking about the possibility that the Lions have missed the 5. I still thought we could have won in the second quarter today, said Walls. A big task, they were 50 points behind. Back to you, Peter.
Thank you, Scotty. I've seen Scotty in a few joints in my time. That's the first time I've ever heard him mention that one. Let's check the leading goal kickers now after round 14. Paul Salmon still on top. He won't be taking any further part in the season this year, unfortunately, for the Bombers. Let's hope he's back quickly next year. Bernie Quinlan, Brian Taylor, Tony Lockett didn't play today either. Mark Jackson got 6 today, and Mickey Conlon finished up with 2. Right, to our next game.